Hello again everyone and welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host Derailious and today we're going to be going over the museum update now out on alpha. On top of this, we're going to be talking about a bunch of changes and some pretty notable improvements to the museum system as a whole. Before we begin, I just want to say we are getting fairly close to 72k. So if you could leave a like and subscribe down below, that really would mean a lot. Without any further ado though, let's launch right into this. Starting off, heading over to the museum, the most notable differences here are in the rewards and how they are structured. They are way different than they previously were, and you'll notice that you don't get Skyblock XP directly from the museum milestones. You actually get the XP from the items that you donate to the museum themselves. You may also notice that there's a lot more things here than there was previously, especially in the rarities column. You'll notice a lot of new items that previously were just not part of the museum. And on top of that, you'll also notice some pretty interesting additions that I think some people might be slightly unhappy with, as you can see here with the Pendant of Devon. But generally how it works is that when you donate an item, you will get a certain amount of Skyblock XP. For every 100 XP you earn, you will get a reward. And these rewards are all kinds of different things: fame bonuses, increased bank interest, auction limits, as well as bank upgrades, the ability to, look at your item's value, the appraisal service, and also things like the hex, and as well as that, I believe Shen's auction, and at rank 20 you can get access to Shen's special. So all of these things are now directly part of the milestone system, and because you're able to access things like the hex, for example, directly through the museum milestones, you won't need to have like a certain value anymore. I think this is a better system than how it existed previously. For example, now there's no reason not to just keep items outside of the museum if you want to utilize them, because you'll be able to access stuff like the hex. I also think it's pretty nice that they're just adding a bunch more items to the museum as a whole. Pretty much everything in the game is now in here in some way, shape, or form, and if you were worried about the Enrager, be happy. It's 0 Skyblock XP, so at least that one is pretty reasonable. I'm heading over here to Jerry because there are a bunch of deliveries, and that is because some of these items got moved around in the museum, so when this goes out on main, don't be too shocked if you have a bunch of deliveries to pick up as well. This will include a bunch of golden heads, as you can see here, things like stereo pants, the snow cannon, ghostly boots, and things of that nature. In terms of fame rank, you can now see that there is a fame booster modifier, and this basically stacks alongside pretty much any other fame modifiers you're getting. Basically what this does is it allows you to get through the ranks a little bit quicker, and I believe there is a bit more to this system. There are some new ranks altogether. I don't know if statesperson is new, I don't believe it is, neither with senator, but I believe some of the higher ranks got extended, and there are now even higher ranks beyond that. So keep that in mind if you're going for fame rank. For those who are interested in how the bank upgrades work or the new interest works, you can now notice that over in the information tab over on the bottom right in the bank. And as you can see, it shows all of the interest tranches, and you can see that like your first 10 million coins yields you 4.16% interest, and this is only at rank 18. You can go all the way up to 30. This is going to be pretty strong for a lot of players. As you can see, the max interest is 3.1 mil. You could probably go as high as 5 mil, but I'm going to be real, not many players base their lives or their accounts off of interest anyway. It's just one of those little things, but I guess this is pretty nice for a relatively new player who wants to get a little more interest. Aside from these major updates, there was also a bunch of back-end minion changes that you may notice when you log in on alpha. These aren't anything front-facing for the minions, nothing really changed in their behavior, it's just back-end stuff, likely preparing for a move to 1.20 in the future. In terms of other questions people may have, I think the most notable one I've seen is, what happens if I have a certain bank upgrade, and when this update drops, I don't have that upgrade anymore because my museum rank is lower? Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't think you're going to be losing your bank upgrades because that's not how the system works currently. Like if you drop under the certain limit, you're not going to lose access to your Palladial bank, and I don't think that's how it's going to work under this new system either. So if you're worried about that, don't. In terms of other things, maybe things like the hex will be locked off to you if you're not at that breakpoint, but I'm going to be honest, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad getting to that level 8 or like 800 XP limit. You're just going to need to do it, and now once you have it, you'll have it forever, which is pretty nice. At the end of the day though, my name's Derailious, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future fellas, I'll see you then.